Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We are at Torment 15 just as a reminder, and 5 out of 10 through our champion objectives. We've got a couple of bosses that we need to kill. We need to kill Diablo and Gom at this level, and then actually go into the various realms again at some point and carry on leveling up our gems. We've got to get 1 to 35. We've got 1 Greater Rift Keystone left, so I figured we'd do that Greater Rift and then we would go and kill Diablo, I guess. That seems like a pretty reasonable plan. We'll keep it at 71 for the moment. We could probably push higher, but because we've reached the point where we can get primal drops, I don't think we really need to. I'm going to re-roll that arcane power on the Nemesis braces. Just one moment. I think I've got 9 death's breaths, so 7 death's breaths. Because if we can get it to frost, that'd be even better for it. Yeah, even 15%. That's an improvement. We can't afford to empower it, so let's just go in as we are. And we want to find elites, and we want to be making good progress. We already know that we're survivable enough. Our shield is very much holding up at this level. Torment 16, we know it would struggle. Well, it does struggle a little bit at this level. We just need to be careful, really. Let's get them all nice and close in together. Well, this is not the way we need to be going. So back we go. And what have we got the other way? There's nothing down. There is sort of an up. So we'll scooch on round this way. Yeah, I'm pretty certain at this point that Jang's envelopment only does movement to mobs, but because it only lasts for 3 seconds, so a 60% reduction in that time, while it will help, it's not going to be noticeable. It might like slow down 1 attack. But it's all about the combination of it and everything, so always worth having. Especially given there's no other really worthwhile belt that we could have. Sash and Knives, you know, will do a little bit of damage now and then. That could be cool, but it's not going to be as much as our Hydras do. And if it's not going to be as much as our Hydras do, then we need to look at utility, which might be Cord of the Sherman, you know, getting things blinded. That could also work, but we kind of rely on, you know, mobs coming together. Also, I haven't seen Cord of the Sherman this season yet. If I had, I'd probably be using it and then like justifying why I'm switching over to Jang's envelopment. But yeah, Cord of the Sherman would not be a bad option. Still having Nemesis braces, of course, means that we are summoning mobs as we hit pylons, which is always good. Helps speed up the rifts. Not actually much going on down this part, so head on back. I went down into town to do some shopping just this morning, seeing the zombies walking around. It's actually surprisingly similar to how people do wander around town. When there's large groups of people, you don't really notice how much people stagger and meander and just drift. But because everyone's practicing, so I say everyone's practicing because most people are practicing social distancing. You only get a couple of essentials, like you have people going down for milk, bread and cheese, and a lot of people will just be straight in, straight out, and that's all they'll do. But the people that used to just like go into town and stand around, they're still doing that. They're still doing that, and they wander around like zombies. It's remarkably eerie and also amusing to see at the same time. We still got that shield pylon, so as long as we got it, let's get as much out of it as we can. It's going to wear off just before we get to the Rift Guardian, which is fine. Let's not stand directly in the poison. Lots of things. We'll grab all of this. Didn't get a new consumable, which is a bit of a shame. Let's put up Ice Blink, I think. We don't really need extra damage at the moment. One more level, we'll take that to 35 and tick off that part of the season journey. Apologies for my nose. Ooh. Probably sounds like I have a bit of a cold, but it is just hay fever. It is just hay fever. And of course, from having headed outside into the actual cold air, inevitably that does cause a little bit of bunged upness. So, almost up to level 350. More area damage, more armor, more critical hit damage, and more maximum arcane power. It's all good for us. I think I've already got a Mage Fist. Yeah, there's a Mage Fist. So we can chuck the other one. Kimbo's Book Gold is always worth holding on to. Another Tower Ashes Brace, don't really care about that. Another Shard of Hate, don't care about that. Give to Solara, can get salvaged. Flesh Tower can get salvaged. Yeah, this all goes under the hammer. Right, let's go take Diablo out. Or actually, we could do Gom first, seeing as we're already in the correct act. Now this is our first time actually just running at Torment 15. Obviously we've done the Rift's equivalent. But this is going to be our first time actually getting drops, I guess, is the way of putting it. This is not the way we need to go. Right, let's try up and around this way. Nightmarish. Ooh, triple Death's Breaths. I can get behind this. I wonder if you were wearing the Sage's set, would you double that and get 6 per time? Because that's a lot. I mean, we probably could run at Torment 16. It would be dangerous, that's for certain. And we'd probably struggle in the boss fights and with Guardians and things, but... Gom's gone. Gom appetit. Brilliant. Counts as a bounty, but we're not doing bounties today. Let's move on to Act 4. And there's Diablo. Now that one I teleported away from because we didn't already have our lightning up. Because the last thing I would want is for them to hit us before we have that. It's like 76% reduction in damage taken. It's pretty useful for staying alive when you take a quarter of the damage that you would normally. Especially for us, because the way we rely on our shielding. Let's get them all drawn in together. Eee, quadruple death breaths. Yeah, not going to get frozen, thanks. I'll stand around for a while. Let's try and space these out a little bit. I mean, they're certainly doing okay. How many did we end up getting? 174. I could have done better if I had better resource management. But that's still a decent amount. Didn't get anything from the chest though, but it's all extra experience. Ow. Right, let's back off. Yeah, I mean, we could go to a higher level, but of course it would be dangerous. Especially with these things. Corruption guys, get it? Get it killed. That is just not taking any damage, is it? Fine, we will ignore it. If the Hydras don't want to go after it, then there's no real point. Does make me think that the Diablo fight is going to be a little bit dangerous, but that's fine. I am sure we'll be okay. This the way up? Yes, it is. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to put all the points in that I can before we do the fight. Look at that health shoot down. Not quite enough for him to die before he sends us away, but that was... he didn't even get to summon one of our shadow clones. Why is my lightning not hitting him? I mean, it doesn't matter. No, oh, there we go. Because he died anyway, but that could have been very dangerous. Alright, well, because of the success of that, let's go do the key wardens again, rather than hopping back into a rift. First one's actually right over here. There we go. 3 infernal machines of regret. I mean, we are going to want to make more Hellfire amulets in the chance of getting either an ancient or a primal ancient one, so that's all good for us. Yeah, let's head straight across. I am obviously wary. Hydras did their job. Oh, cool. And there's a staff as well over here. Lovely. Right, well, we'll grab all this. And then we may as well go back to the waypoint so we can go to the Act 3 one. Full of things. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll head back to town and we'll make some space. We do have a couple of things to ID. Okay, so regret, putridness, twisted sword. Yeah, twisted sword is quite nice. Malice, focus. Can't think of a time when I want enemies to just keep running away from me. It's not a mechanic I'm particularly keen on. Let's drop these gems off. And we'll get back to what we were doing. It's actually remarkably close by the looks of it. Up here and round? I think so. Yeah. And we got a wizard hat out of it. Right. Well, let's move on to Act 4 and I'll ID that when I get there. Yeah. It's the magistrate. So the other option is we could wear the magistrate and we could put Tasker and Theo in. It's not a brilliant one though. So it wouldn't end up being optimal in terms of build. So yeah, we still want to find the headpiece for Typhon's set. Yeah, having our Hydras casting Frost Nova is kind of vital for this build, for crowd controlling all the mobs and keeping them away from us. He says as one makes it bite up next to him. Of course, that had to be an oppressor, didn't it? Cool. Well, apparently they did go down easily. I mean, they just like shattered into blocks of ice. It can't be a nice way to go, that. I'm getting a bit, frozen in place. Sure, whatever, magical effects, but actually getting fractured into chunks of ice, it's gotta be painful. We do have Nemesis braces, so I am gonna hop this open. Get those guys killed. Oh, we've got another one coming in as well. Alright. Or is it the same one? I think it was the same one. Yeah, it was the same one, just appeared in a slightly different place. So you can tell I'm obviously paying attention. Ooh, cool, another Frenzy Trine. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how strong we are. We are still a glass cannon, very much a glass cannon, but we're able to hold our own, which is what I wanted. And we can make ourselves stronger, but by sacrificing a lot of speed to do that.
Still waiting.
Necrat's gone. All those ones are fright. Right, we'll make the area safe and head back to town. Okay, well, we may as well head to Act 1 and do one run on them. I don't think we're in danger of dying, so... Famous last words, of course. Let's salvage up what we've got. I'm going to salvage up the Magistrate. We don't want to hold on to it. Just make sure that we're as ready as we can be when we go in. That went relatively straightforward. Oh, we got Ring as well. Okay, well, let's grab that. Carefully back away. Back to town. Can't tell what it is just from that, so let's have a quick check. Ah, Word Ward. Not one we're interested in, but it is a fun little ring in itself. Keeping away, staying out of poison. It's effective. It's really effective. So that's 2 down. Another one of the mystery set. Dulce's magnum opus, yeah. Pauldrons of Despair. Such a weirdly named set. I mean, I do love it, but it's been a while since we've done Dulce's. No, I'm pretty certain that these, yeah, vanish. So going after the other guy, okay. Nice try charging me there, mate, but I do have teleport for a reason. Goes on to critical hit damage. And that means we have one left to do for this run. Keep the focus. Keep the focus. Don't get grabbed. Ooh, no thank you. That hurt a little bit. Ooh. Yep, it's all painful. But a little bit of tactical positioning and our Hydras do a lot of the legwork. So that gives us just gems to 35 for this level. Now, in terms of actually making Hellfire Amulets, we've got enough materials that we could do 3. And it only takes Forgotten Souls, which aren't really that amazing. So let's have a look. Conflagration, don't care. Unwavering Will, that's one that we've got at the moment. It's not as good. It's just flat not as good. Cold-blooded. Okay, so the interesting thing on this is the cold skills damage, but we lose quite a lot on toughness. So overall, it's not going to be worth it. All right, well, we'll salvage up what we can. Drop those across for another time. And I think we're going to run a regular rift.
Are you ready? Let your trial begin.
So many death press. We're going to be able to try some upgrades, that's for certain. Channeling pylon as well over here. Let's get these guys opened up. Get a Hydra right at the back on those guys. Yeah, we're getting through at a decent pace, I'd say. Nemesis Brace is definitely helping, of course. Poor Cormac, he's just about holding his own. We really should think about, like, getting him immunity. Got ourselves a brand new wand. Okay. Well, this area is safe enough. Let's move on to the next. Because really, that's always one of the primary concerns. Like, if I need to retreat, is the area fine, or am I just going to end up retreating forwards? Which is bad. We know that's bad. And Diablo is a game that will very much encourage you to retreat forwards by accident. Like, even just that was pushing me forwards because of the angle of it. And then you end up triggering more mobs and you get yourself in a whole world of trouble.
You dare attack me?
45% through at the moment. It's not going badly, that's for certain.
You dare attack me?
Okay, not much round here. Lots of snakes coming out of those large exploding guys. Ah, there's an elite. Just as soon as all the explosions are done, Cormac's just face tanking the whole lot of it. He's like, yeah, I don't need to be kept alive. That hurt. That took off some of my health. I didn't even see what it was. Oh, right, it's the poison guys.
How does that feel?
My shield back, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, not getting hit by poison is kind of vital.
How does that feel?
Yeah, the Hydras are pretty solid. I love the fact that they do shoot in different directions, like the different heads on the same Hydra. I guess it feels like it's playing a bit like a Demon Hunter. Or the old Diablo 2 Assassin. That's kind of what it feels a bit like. I see a resplendent chest. Get these guys killed and then see what's in it. Ooh, a helmet, ring, a staff, loads of stuff. That might be the helmet we want, actually. I'll wait until we're done with the rift to have a look at it. because otherwise we'll just end up stopping for every little thing that comes along.
I'm just warming up.
Alright, where is our next destination? Yeah, we're not going to stand in the middle of all that explosions.
I am unstoppable.
All that exploding fun. While fun, it's not very helpful. Doesn't tie in well with our plan for staying alive. Yeah, I like this this style of rift because it feels like there's a good variety in the mobs that we're facing. I know with regular rifts that's often the case, but after doing greater rifts for such a long period of time, it is very welcome. And we're still getting good experience as well. Ooh, and a staff and a sword. Finding everything in this rift. It does help when you're running at Torment 15. Nearly Rift Guardian time. Let's make sure we've not got any poison guys trying to help from the sides.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Hamelin. Alright, well let's get him killed quickly. Look at that health shooting down. Got some pants, got some more death breaths. Let's head back to town and hand this in. So we'll ID our stuff quickly. I'll put points in while that's going on. Thanks, Amos. Really appreciate that. Ooh, an Ancient Serpent Spiker. If it was a good percentage, then it would be worth us putting one of the Death Wishes in the cube instead. But it's not, which is a bit of a shame. Because that could be quite impressive for the difference. So we've got a lot of stuff that we're going to end up just salvaging up over here. Let's put this in for now. Over here, Broken Crown. We don't have one of those already. I think we've already got that. I think that's our first hack. I'll hold on to the Serpent Sparker just in case. But realistically, I don't see it being used, and we'll salvage up everything else except the Compass Rose. Compass Rose we are going to hold on to. That can go down here. All right, we can still do a greater rift, so let's hammer through that quickly. And we can afford to empower it, so why not? Yeah, this place is just so difficult to navigate effectively, and fighting up and down angles sucks. It's one of the things that just isn't good in this game. If you're a melee character, then it's not quite as bad. Barbarian leaping... In fact, a leap quake barbarian is fine here. Possibly the only character that is fine in here, but that's one example that, you know, just wouldn't care. Still, it's not going to stop us making progress. Hey Hydras, how about you attack the guy that's right here? Cheers. Yeah, because they sometimes don't recognize things that are on different levels. Much in the same way that beams sometimes just don't pass properly.
I'm just warming up.
What you'd need is you need some kind of like Wreath of Lightning permanent conduit thing. Or just be exploding all the time. If you're exploding all the time, it's also less of an issue. I say less of an issue because it's still an issue, but certainly going to be more manageable. Right, there is our journey on to the next bit. Yeah, we'll say that's working. Ooh. I'm definitely going to get that, because we'll get extra mobs to kill from it. Resources be damned, we're gaining levels fast enough that it doesn't matter if we use them a little bit faster. Let's let all those explosions go off. Give me more elites. I want to fight more elites. While I've got this speed and power, the power's about to go. Speed will be here for a little bit though. Okay, well, we've made good progress, I'd say. Yeah, that's a lot of poison coming from just off screen there. It's hard to see in this place because it is so dark. But as long as we keep moving and keep fighting, we should be alright. There's definitely an elite of some kind down here. Let's get a black hole in there. And these poison things don't seem to be doing quite as much damage as we were suffering before. Blighter is gone. There we go. Okay, well, we'll grab all this stuff. So there's Ice Blink. That's our gem to 35. Got to get another 2 up to 35, of course. So we'll carry on pushing Enforcer up for the moment, I think. Ah, that's the Syndicate.
I need to go back.
Alright, well, we'll head back and we'll ID all this stuff.
Nicely done.
Okay, well, while we're IDing those, we'll just put our various points in. Up to Garrigan level 379. So we've got Squirt's necklace. We've got an Oculus ring. That's always nice. So that's going across over here. That's going to give us a little bit of extra damage. Flavor of Time again. So that's salvageable. We'll keep Squirt's necklace. It's an interesting one. I don't know if I would wear it myself. Obviously, we'll keep Syndicate. Sledge can go. Gladiator Gauntlets, we've got a few of those. Give you an upgraded Storm Shield, why not? Pig Sticker, that can go. And Firewalkers. Do we already have Firewalkers? We do, so they can go as well. But I'm afraid that's going to be it for this episode. We have, unfortunately, run out of time for today. So thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this, as always. If you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Diablo 3. See you soon.